Hey everyone, it's your host Ltd Studios, and welcome back to another video. Today we have some excellent gameplay for you guys because I've never uploaded a gameplay of this game anywhere on my channel. You can look anywhere on my channel. I've never uploaded any gameplay of this game. So this game is called Doorways the Underworld, and it's a very horrific game. It's something that if you want some kind of like a jump and adrenaline in your life and you need to be scared the shit out of, play this game. It's very horrific. It's something really cool, but we're going to do a full-on review, what I like and what I don't like of the game so far. Now, before we get on with the review, I want to do a few mentions, and the few mentions is that I want to thank my MCN Freedom for allowing me to make a review for this game, and I also want to thank Saibot Studios for also allowing me to go ahead and do a review of this game. So this game is actually on Steam right now for about $9.99. You can go in the link in the description and check it out for yourself, and go ahead and it would be really easy for you guys to do it, and it's just pretty simple. So what do I like and what I don't like about this game? Now at the beginning of the game, you pretty much are as this one person that is spawned into a highway. He tells you a story in the beginning of the game, and then it's telling you what's going on, and then basically you spawn into this cave as you see right here. You go into this kind of elements where the cave feels like kind of a scary kind of look, and then you reach up to this paper and you basically read it. You have the option to read fully of it, but if you have your low resolution, it's pretty much hard to see, so you have to rely on what the person is saying in order to see these words. Even though that you can just look very closely and see the words, they're not very... For the low resolution, the way I had to make sure that I could be able to run this game, it's not perfect, but it's still viewable and it's still seeable. So doesn't really matter. I really didn't care much about the words because I don't really. If he's speaking, how would I need to read something if he's just speaking? It just doesn't want to make sense. But there later on the line, he won't speak for some notes, so you're going to have to read those notes. And they're usually perfect to read even on low resolution. The other thing is that I do like about this game is that the narrative of this game is very fantastic. The guy you're playing, don't have no idea what his name is, and he basically reacts to certain environments that you enter, to certain pretty good. I like that in a game when a game character reacting to any sound that's around his environment, because it adds some realism to the game, specifically some kind of narrative to understand who he is, what he's there for, and get some bond and touch feeling with your own character, and that's what I really liked. The other thing I like about this game is that the controls are very simple, but they also can be confusing if you play in this game the first time. After the first time, it's gonna take some time to get used to other controls, because unlike other PC games, WSD is your moving and as well your selection. Unlike this game, I do have some things that I don't like about this game, but we're gonna talk about that in a moment. What I do like about this game is that not every time you're gonna have to collect F to select something. You can use your left mouse button to actually select and pick up something. And there's a lot of good things like puzzles and stuff in this game that can make you feel that you need to do it. Now there's a plenty of things to do in this game, but I can't really tell you as much because I really couldn't play more than 22 minutes. And the reasons why, because I kept getting my ass scared as shit, so I really couldn't even spend more than 22 minutes on this game. I'm sorry, it's just I'm not into horror games as much, and I haven't touched a horror game in years. So horror games for me is like really scary for me, and it's gonna take me a long time to readjust to that. And I really wasn't fond of these games at first, but this game is pretty good, and it pretty does stand out at first. All right, so what makes this game really good? Though that you're a character trying to learn about yourself and figure out what's really going on, you're basically put into a situation where everything is calm at first. The first few doors that you enter, you will hear some noise and stuff like that from a girl crying, things happening, and it's pretty calm. You can find objects that you can use later in the game, which that opens doors, open switches, etc., and they're pretty fine. I love how the mechanic system of opening doors and having the ability to as well figure out what you need to do next. It's pretty simple of figuring out what you need to do next, which it's pretty amazing without having the game telling you, because really, to be honest, the game doesn't really tell you either what you have to do. But I do recommend you guys that there are some things in this game that requires you to read the notes. Some of the notes requires you to read them because sometimes they have the passcode to like a safe or anything within that note. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to those notes. If you have a hard time of reading, it's pretty much going to be guaranteed that you're going to have a really bad trouble of playing this game, because this game does consist of you reading a lot. And not only just reading the basics of what the storyline is about, but just knowing either if you need to find a passcode or something like that to get that you will get on the beginning of the game, but you will see this kind of save kind of thing that you will have to put a passcode, and this is like a notes that you pick up in a separate room, which is perfectly fine to me. I have no problem with it, but it's really like puzzle-like game. What I don't like about this is that you have to physically what I don't like about this is that sometimes the character doesn't even read out some of the notes, and that's really frustrating because I really don't like reading a lot. And when it comes to how I'm reading, sometimes you can just pick up a note and not care about it, and you'll probably figure out what the hell is the password. So you have to go back in the notes and see what the password is, and you gotta figure out what the password is. So it's pretty much simple as that. The next thing I don't like about this game is that when you actually first load into the game, you're actually put into an atmosphere where it looks like the screen is fizzing out, and I really don't like that. I know it plays a part to scare the shit out of you in the game, but I really don't like how it's like that. It doesn't bother you after your first few minutes of playing the game, because you hardly notice it. But when you actually do notice this is when the lights turn dark and you're faced upon a situation that you need to figure out, because sometimes certain measures cause for desperate means. So pretty much you get my point. The other thing I don't like about this game is that some of portions of the game doesn't exactly tell you of where to go. Like, it tells you to hide, but doesn't give you like some indication of where to go. So you basically have to rely on your basic instincts to go and find, either where you can hide, because there is, as you go, the second part of the game, which I'm almost there. You are basically go into this hallway that you have to unlock another door. Once you go to the safe and you unlock the door, you go back into that hallway again that was previously unlocked. You're basically locked. The whole lights turn dark, and you have this crazy ass psychopath coming after you, trying to kill you, and you have no idea of what to do. I seriously, I died like 6 times because I thought I could go in the wall and figure that he won't see me, but no, he still saw me and killed me. I figured that the second attempt, I would go behind the door where I first came in the hallway and see if he wouldn't see me, and he still killed me. So then the next attempt, I tried running and trying to turn the corner that's in front of him, and pretty much, he still got me, and I was pretty pissed, but, it's whatever. I was scared, shit, but pissed at the same time. And then the last attempt, where I went back in the tunnel, and there was just a little spot. I stayed there, and I successfully hid from him. Unfortunately, I don't like about this game is that even though you hide, he still is present. So you can't just sit there and expect the game to let you go by with it was just an easy way out. The only way you can do it is avoid him, is trying to maneuver to another room without having to get yourself screwed into a room that doesn't have a safe place to hide. Because if you enter a room that doesn't have a place to hide, you're basically screwed, and that could mean a lot of possibilities. That can mean you getting screwed, because once you go into that room, he could be right in that hallway coming towards you, and if you come out that door, you're basically letting yourself to die, and you're gonna die either way, even if you come into that room. There is a possible chance that you can escape him by going back, but that's a very so small chance, and it's very annoying because he scares the shit out. He scared the shit out of me that I was like, no, no. I was screaming, no, 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 no. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. And he still killed me. And I was scared as shit. I was so scared that I literally almost pissed my pants just playing this game. I couldn't. After 22 minutes, I couldn't play. When he killed me the last time, I was like, I can't play this. I really can't play this. It's a fun game. I think it's a really good horror game. I just can't play it because I'm not used to it as much. And I really gotta go start playing more horror games than I am. And I actually bought Prey on PS4, which is a horror game, and I really liked it so much. So I'm really confused at one part of the mission. But I'll figure it out eventually. The other thing the next thing I do like about this game is that there are some kind of puzzle-like mechanics where when you find a door, you have to physically go to a different location to try and see how to open that door. And there's always going to be two switches. Like the first puzzle you're met is that you have two switches. You switch one, it opens the previous door that was previously locked. And then you have another switch that doesn't really do anything, and then you have a middle switch which the key is missing, and you have to find the key. And that's where it comes with the notes. You have to literally use the notes to your advantage, because you never know if they're going to have a passcode, and you never know if they're going to become useful in the future of your game. I do like the ambient sounds in this game, which is pretty cool, and I really enjoy the ambient sounds because they make the game much more scarier, especially the dynamic lighting, when you go in certain spots of the map or in the game, the lighting turns dark, like almost kind of bluish, kind of dark tinted kind of color, like if you were just outside in the dark with the moon out. That's how it feels like, but almost like a Just Saw kind of feel, like if you're in real life. This game actually got running on an ATI Radeon 4200 at 5533 megahertz, so it was really that bad. I really had to actually, for this game to physically run at the best frame rate, for me personally, was to lower the resolution or lower the textures and make sure that everything runs smoothly. I got this game running perfectly. It's fine. It's like almost like 15 to 19, 20 FPS maximum. But it's pretty simple as that. The last thing I do want to talk about before I end the review is so far that I do not like how when you're going in the menus, I do not like how you have to use the directional buttons or the WSD keys to select a menu. You can't use your mouse. You have to select it, you can't use your mouse. You have to use the enter key to select something, and you have to use the whole menus. You have to use the keyboard. You can't use the mouse. I hate that. I wish they changed it and made some adjustments to it. But that's what it is. The crouching in this game is very weird. I really don't like how you have to press like control to crouch. I wish you can just press either shift or C to crouch. I really don't understand that. I don't believe there's no running in this game, so it's pretty much highly likely you're not going to be able to run. So that's pretty much what I have to say about this game. Even though this game is a great game, it's a great horror game, and it's something that's going to scare the heebie-jeebies out of you, just don't have to expect much expectations of having too much when you first start. I don't know. I can't really tell you guys whether if this game is worth your $10, but for $10 for this game, it's better than having a game that's going to be worth $1, because usually I paid games for $1 and they're just terrible as hell. So this game, it runs pretty well, not very well, but pretty good. And it's a great puzzle game and horror game. So if you're willing to fork over $10, go ahead and get the game yourself. I think it's a great game. Just make sure that you don't jinx yourself, because I jinxed myself in this game. The first jump scare scared the shit out of me, and I was like, okay. And then I said to myself, okay, that's fine. As long as they don't come and send a psychopath to come kill me, I'll be perfectly fine. Then a minute later, go into the hallway, and I guess I see the psychopath coming out of my ass. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm screaming for my life. And that's something that really sucks. And this is the first puzzles that I showed you guys that you will be facing, that one of the keys are missing, and one of the keys are able to be turned, because the other keys are already in place. So you're going to have to figure out what's going on. So you see this door, this is the hallway that he shows up in, and It's a crazy thing. So I'm gonna let you guys see the rest of this gameplay. I'm actually gonna replay the gameplay from the beginning, and I'm not gonna be talking. It's gonna have the full audio. So if you guys would love to drop a like on this video, if you guys did enjoy this review, and I would set to see you guys show what next game should I review, and should it be on PC or PS4. Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy this video, as I said, drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're brand new, and I hope you guys enjoyed this face as much as you wanted to, because you probably won't see it for a long time ever again. You never know. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.